The Code Cran podcast is intended for a mature audience.
We like to use naughty words.
And I heard someone say Digimon, you were funny.
Another retrospective, I smell tamers on the way.
No, that you just went past a bathroom, that's all.
Yowie wowie!
Why would you ever cheer for the Frontier kids? All they f***ing do is lose!
I mean, if it's a Leomon, it's probably gonna die.
Yeah, if Terromon is Shoutmon by the fandom's comparison, you wait till we get to Hunters. Tagaru is gonna make Daisuke look like a goddamn saint.
Yeah. Crosswords is better than Tamers.
Oh shit! Meg's just the Joker leaving the hospital.
Look, I know it's going to annoy people, but Atmon is just peak fiction, and it's the best thing, like storytelling-wise, that this franchise has put out so far. Sorry, not sorry.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。
Yo! Just let you know, I commented on the previous Liberator stream, just YouTube being YouTube again. Oh, well,
okay.
We'll certainly keep that under advisement. Good evening, everybody. It is Sunday, September 22nd. This is episode 330 of the Code Crown podcast. My name is AJ. That is Ms. Megmon.
Hi!
And yeah, we're back making Meg read with more Digimon Liberator.
Sorry.
We're doing this already. We're doing this already? Anyway. We're making Meg read and she's yawning. I know, right? It's disgusting behavior. I know. Also, can you not?
Oh, am I your arm again? Sorry.
I think you do this on purpose.
I don't. I just like leaning on the arm of your chair.
Well, stop. Lean on the arm of your own chair.
Not high enough.
I missed the part where that's my problem. But yeah, anyway. Moving on. Oh, hold on.
I just did that.
Oh, you did that. Okay. Yeah, so Digimon Liberator Debug 4. We're going to be meeting Suzune today and her partner Yukidarumon, or Frigimon, as we'll have to learn to call it because it's
no.
the English translation.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Frigimon.
Digimon sounds like something that teenage girls would pick on you for being when you were younger because you didn't kiss anyone.
Frigid has different meanings in different parts of the world, man.
I know, but I don't want to call it that.
No, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to. Yes, call him Frigimon. Yukidarumon is a fine name, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I hope everyone's had a nice lazy Sunday. I don't know. I don't have like I have no preamble for today. I have no,
No.
you know,
Didn't happen with cards or anything?
not really. Just
No.
more alt arts and
Hmm.
you know, nothing fine.
Sub-Zero Ice Punch would be in the mail.
I used to have the DVD that was called Sub-Zero Ice Punch. It was like a collection of dub episodes. Like I think it was like episodes like 8 to 12 or something. It was like some sort of weird like half collection um of a DVD, and yeah. I'm just like, and that's what I think of now. I don't think of the move. I just think I because I can just see the DVD cover. Like Tai Chi's on the front. He's got doing the fist pump thing. Yeah, I just don't really have. There's not a whole lot going on. You know, there's been more Terriermon things, but you know, we might look at those another day because they are starting to add
English?
yeah, they are starting to add subtitles to them. So it might be worth at some point going back and going, oh hey, now we can understand what's going on. But I don't know, maybe the boat has passed on that one, or the ship has sailed.
Yeah, maybe we just watch them and then
Talk about them. We don't have to like live react to them or something. We can
yeah,
just
like
watch
if
them.
there's something interesting that happens in one, maybe we could show that off, but
Yeah, you know, maybe that's what we need to do. I don't know, but we'll kind of see.
I don't think we have time to live react to them as well as
No.
everything else because they seem to be like getting longer.
They do see, yeah, like they start like if they were just like 5-minute videos, I think it'd be fine. But if they were just like 5 or 6 minute videos, I think it'd be fine. But it is the fact that they are turning into like 15, 17, 20-minute videos is just like, yeah, no, we might just catch up with them in our own time and then worry about anything else after.
Yeah.
But but I hope but I do hope you guys out in Chatland have had a nice relaxing weekend.
Hey Rico.
Hey Reiko, welcome in. Yeah, so I think maybe we'll just get into it because
Yeah, there's really nothing else to talk about. Like Digimon wise, I guess.
no, not really. So yeah, well, I have the novel up here. We'll do what we did last time. We'll go through the little profiles for Suzune and Yukidarumon.
Oh, that was weird. It only opened the image instead.
Yeah,
of
it didn't open the link. That's weird. Okay, well we'll just do it this way. So let me bring up the Mimo-Vision. And yes, Meg is currently without a Digivice right now because I moved all the assets once we were done with Cross Wars and
oh no,
kind of forgot. I moved all the assets like we were done with, and I was like, I didn't realize until we loaded up. I'm like, oh yeah, that's where that went.
Whoopsie. What can I have instead?
I will show you what you can have instead. Oh, not that one.
There we go.
Um,
I can have her?
no.
Aww. 25.
Yeah,
I would have put her as older than that.
25-year-old housewife.
Got them mom jeans.
So you can have this.
Aww. That's not a Digivice. I can't play with that.
Well, it'll have to do. And I'll just shimmy this over here a bit, and yeah, they're a bit more balanced out then.
They're about as balanced as the pictures on the wall downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever hung those up didn't know how to measure.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at a waifu. Literal waifu.
Suzune Kazuki, 25 years old, 158 centimeters tall, 56 kilograms.
Oh, she's short for us.
December 14th is her birthday.
Ooh.
And her deck type is Ice Snow Control. Snow Control is on a roll.
I was thinking more as Snow Patrol the band, but you went Paw Patrol.
Yeah. A 25-year-old housewife married to the lead developer at T.A.L.E, who created the metaverse pod used in operating Digimon Liberator.
Oh, he made the thing that you sit in while you're playing it? Okay.
A longtime fan of anime and games, she has dipped her toes into Digimon previously due to her brother's influence. Wait, are you the main character from Recollection?
Yeah.
She had a privileged upbringing, yet is thrifty and pragmatic. Aware of her husband's financial uncertainty, she takes up an investigative role on the debugging team, considering it her part-time job. During the beta test, she encountered a wild Yukidarumon and convinced it to become her partner.
Part-time job, does she get paid full-time hours? Full-time wage?
No, probably not. And her quote is, "I'll prove that our ice is colder and more beautiful than any darkness." Oh. So then we have, we might be able to do that and check out the image on its own in a sec. Then we have Yukidarumon. Champion level, or adult. Ice Snow type, vaccine, special move, Sub-Zero, Ice Punch.
Is that why it's cold in here?
Suzune's partner Digimon is far larger than others of its kind.
Oh.
Unfailingly cheerful and jolly, its presence on the debugging team helps maintain a positive atmosphere. We can see it evolves from a Penmon, and then it has these two new forms, which are brand new to Liberator.
Oh yeah, that one at the end that looks like a...
Yukimi Bodamon in a snow globe.
Yeah.
And its quote is, "Don't worry, you've got me on your side, Suzune. Don't try to take on too much by yourself, okay?"
Oh. It deserves hugs.
It does. But do you know what was interesting?
Oh, yeah.
Aruba got official art, which is weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Like, he got a full profile.
Yeah, he's... Oh, he gave me vibes of being much older than that.
I wasn't seeing 28.
No, he even looks older than 28.
He's 174 centimeters tall. He's 65 kilograms.
Oh, he's slightly taller than me.
February 17th is his birthday, and he controls a Lucemon, and Lucemon control is his deck type. A bank employee who worked at a mega bank until a colleague's blunder caused him to be transferred to a provincial partner branch.
Was that why he's so, I don't have my cool job anymore?
Although usually serious and sincere, he has been acting maliciously in Digimon Liberator as a means of relieving work stress. He is as perceptive and articulate as you'd expect of a capable bank employee, and it was these abilities that allowed him to gather together the rogue group whose actions in Liberator could be called dubious at best. He has been interested in Digimon since his student days, way before the game's release, and was even a regular player at card shop events.
Did he used to bully people back then and steal their cards too?
And then his quote is, "It's time to digivolve, Lucemon. You've no further need of those white wings." And then this kid got a profile. I'm guessing she turns up in Debug 4. I don't think we've met her yet, so we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Does seem her partner is Pico Devimon, though.
Hmm.
So that's fun.
Her head kind of looks like a Pico Devimon, so...
Does it?
Her hair's the same colour as one.
Is that all you're going on? Okay.
She looks a bit demented. Like them.
Oh. No.
Oh, no, I brought up the background instead of the picture.
That's rude. Nope, same
No.
again.
That's weird.
Yeah, especially...
It worked on another one, didn't it?
Yeah. So I'm saying, does it depend on where you right-click on it? Like, no.
Nope.
It's all opening
background.
the same... That's rude.
Hmm.
Because it's not even opening
It's not
up,
even
like...
the nice background behind her.
No,
the
it's
website
this
background.
weird website background.
Without the cards
Without
on
the... Yeah. So that's dumb. I don't want to go into the game's code or the HTML to pull the image. I don't care enough to do that.
Mm. Hey, Yuki.
Hey, Yuki, welcome in. You're late. Let's jump over.
Back to chat. There's in there. The novel just said no. That 150-year-old.
Nothing burns hotter than ice. Wood.
Mm.
Nah, that ages for the lolly.
What? Thought you said 150-year-old.
Oh,
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, there it goes.
So, debug 4-1.
Wi-Fi. Okay.
What do you mean? I'm always here. I don't know if you're not in chat first thing. I don't know if you're.
We
you're
were
here or
skeletons waiting for you.
not. Yeah, we were that meme
We've
at the
just
bottom of the water.
We've just wasted away.
Yeah. Or are we sitting on the park bench waiting for Yuki? Which, you know. Ha! Now you know how it feels.
Just remember that ad. Was it a pot noodle ad? The guy's on the couch and he's just clothes because he has no body left. I'm wasting away.
That's okay. No, it is showing on this.
There, it's not caught up yet.
Oh, there we go. Okay. No, it is. Okay.
Oh. There we go.
All right. Debug 4-1. Abundant nature, neat rows of buildings, and pleasant sunlight shining through the gaps. This is Emerald Coast, the invasive forest city. Taking its name from the sheer volume of vegetation, virtually a sea of greenery. This area today welcomes two visitors, a woman and a Digimon who have traveled here through a portal. The woman is dressed casually in jeans, but her long legs and attractive, well-proportioned face catch the eye. Although her outfit lends her a mature look, she gives off a gentle and friendly impression. With faint eyeliner and curly long hair dyed jade green, perfect match for her surroundings. Oh, so her hair is dyed. It's not just anime hair.
They said that in another one, didn't they? That someone's hair was dyed. Was it Yuki? Her hair was dyed. Her hair's pink, right? And I remember us going, "Oh, so you're not just an anime protagonist."
Her name is Suzune Kazuki. Her style is neither showy nor flashy, but something about her refined appearance implies that she is no ordinary person. By her side stands Frigimon, Yukidarumon, a Digimon with a plain and simple appearance. They say a name often matches nature, and Yukidarumon's bear-like ears and snowman's body do give a frigid impression. But what really catches the eye is its size. Suzune was not especially short, but Yukidarumon was 3 times the size of her. Individual Digimon can vary, it's true, but few Yukidarumon were this big. Testifying to this, almost all the players passing by would stop for a moment to give them, well, mostly Yukidarumon, a curious look. Yep, you sure do stand out, said Suzune. That's why I asked if I ought to stay in your D storage, replied Frigimon. Who said it's a bad thing? Isn't it kind of cool being the center of attention? You really are a show-off, aren't you, Suzune? I don't understand you rich people. When Frigimon pointed this out, Suzune lightly brushed her hair back with her left hand, and the ring on her ring finger glinted in the light. I mean, my husband's the one with the money, not me, but I guess I can't deny that I like attention. You don't exactly hate it either, though, right? I suppose you're right. Drawn in by Yukidarumon's laugh, Suzune laughed too, her eyes narrowing into little curves. I don't think I should be acting like this at my age, she said. You're not old enough to say things like that, replied Yukidarumon.
Yukidarumon is right. You're 25.
Though already married, she was still only 25. The reminder that her youth wasn't yet over gave her comfort. Now then, enough of indulging in all the attention. Time to get to work. Unknown to the surrounding players, Suzune Kazuki was a member of a team that supports the game from behind the scenes, the Debug team. Digimon Liberator side story, Debug 4-1, Suzune Kazuki.
That hard to say.
Suzune Kazuki?
Yeah.
A lot of Zs.
A lot of Zs, yeah.
Zuzu. Suzu. Yeah, because it's the Suzu.
Suzukazu.
Yeah, Suzukazu. Okay, Frigimon, can I get your help now? Yeah, okay. Now that they were at the edge of town, away from the hustle and bustle, Suzune made her usual request, while rubbing her ankle. Without a word, Yukidarumon lifted her up onto its left shoulder and started walking slowly. Thanks. It wasn't that her feet hurt or she was tired. This was a metaverse environment, after all. It didn't track fatigue or provide physical tiredness feedback. But the young woman liked the view from up on Frigimon's shoulder.
Why did she rub her ankle then?
Compared to the usual ground-level banality, it put a whole different perspective on things. And even if she fell, there was no need to worry about getting injured. Okay, so the place doesn't have fall damage. That's good. She asked Yukidarumon for a ride whenever they went investigating, simply for the joy of it. Stop. Don't be bold. But it had its benefits too. Yukidarumon's long legs also enable them to cover a lot more distance when on the hunt. Hey! Yukidarumon's giant face turned towards Suzune as she dangled her legs from its shoulder, swinging them back and forth, admiring the view.
Aww. All leg.
Yep.
Well, she's all something else as well. Look at those gumdrop buttons.
Not the gumdrop buttons!
My husband's the one with money, she says, with her sparkly ring, her gold necklace, and her gold belt.
Yeah. Definitely those waist-high mom jeans, though.
They look like they actually go all the way up into a corset style.
Yeah, I was wondering about like how they seem to like fold down.
Yeah. Like you can wear them 2 different ways.
I meant to ask you before. Do you act this spoiled with everyone? No way. If I let others see this side of me, they'd look down on me, wouldn't they? I'm only like this in front of my husband and you, Yukidarumon. Oh, and my mom back home, replied Suzune. Well, don't you have it good?
I was a single mom.
In fact, Suzune felt so comfortable and relaxed around her Digimon partner that it was almost like being back at her family home. Part of that was down to Yukidarumon's personality, but equally, something about Yukidarumon's huge size made Suzune want to act childish and helpless. How many times had she thought about ordering a giant cushion shaped like Yukidarumon since she started this job? Her husband's salary was nothing to sneeze at. You could safely say they were wealthy. But Suzune had decided she wanted to contribute some income of her own. She wanted to work while still able, even before she becomes a baby factory. So that no matter what happened, they would always be okay. The job had its stressful moments for sure, but having the ever-understanding Yukidarumon as her partner helped to no end.
I feel like it's weird. Like, it's not weird to want a Yukidaruman giant plushy cushion, but when it's your best friend, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, a little bit. So what was the mission again? Search this area for a stray Digimon, wasn't it? Suzune gave her partner a small nod. That's right, said Suzune. A little while ago there was a report of a regular player fighting off an NPC that had gone rogue. Suzune was referring to the recent appearance of rampaging NPCs around Emerald Coast. Fortunately, it wasn't yet public knowledge, but with an ordinary player defeating a rogue NPC, a new problem had arisen. So, in other words, the Digimon that player defeated is now on the loose, right? Frigimon concluded. Recent investigations had confirmed that wild Digimon were invading the bodies of NPCs and causing them to go berserk. So, as Yukidarumon had said, a wild Digimon that had taken over an NPC before going on the rampage was now back on the loose in Lacuna.
That
probably the
icy looking wolf thing? Name?
Blucomon. Yeah, it's probably Blucomon from because everything seems to center around Shoto's battle with that NPC.
Yeah.
Without a card's protection, any Digimon that remained in a Lacuna environment it wasn't adapted to would vanish before long. At least, that was what the debuggers and the rest of the admin team believed. That's why dealing with the rogue NPC should have been a task for the debug team. After taking the NPC down, the Digimon ought to have been promptly captured and secured. The plan was then to send it to the garden. Unfortunately, things had become complicated. And the blame lay squarely with the GMs and the debug team for failing to manage the situation. But that fight between the player and the rogue NPC was some time ago, wasn't it? Said Yukidarumon. The chances of us finding it now aren't great. Indeed, the amount of time a wild Digimon... Sorry. The amount of time a wild Digimon could move through Lacuna was limited to a few hours, a few days at the most. Most likely the chance to secure it had passed. But we should still be able to make it, said Suzune. How do you know that? For two reasons, Suzune continued. There was no hint of bluster behind her quick and confident declaration. Reason number one, Suzune raised the index finger of her right hand. We have eyewitness accounts. Other players who saw the fight with the rogue NPC reported it to the GMs. The logs include mentions of a Digimon running off without a human companion within the Emerald Coast area. Players unaware of the true situation had reported it as a graphical bug, and descriptions of the Digimon matched the type that had invaded the NPC and caused it to go rogue. Reason number two, Suzune raised a second finger. Apparently a Digimon that has hacked into an NPC can survive longer in Lacuna than one that hasn't. Wild Digimon invade the bodies of NPCs because of their survival instincts. They use the body of the NPC as a kind of protective suit, but at the cost of losing their sense of self, causing them to go berserk. Once they've lost that protection, their instinct is to search for a new place to hide. After infiltrating a host, the Digimon becomes aware that possessing an NPC would cause it to go berserk, and gains a small amount of environmental resistance. So, when they regain their sense of self with this new knowledge, the Digimon doesn't make the same mistake twice, explains Suzune. We've confirmed that such a Digimon with increased environmental resistance also has an enhanced hacking ability. It seems that they then hide inside objects within the game world instead. You mean like grass, trees, and whatnot? Asked Frigimon. Right, said Suzune. Sorry guys, I'm gonna go back and forth because the word Frigimon is in front of me. My brain isn't automatically translating it back to Yukidarumon. So I am gonna float between the two terms. It was a very recent discovery. Somebody had entered a dense thicket of bamboo at the edge of the Emerald Coast region and discovered a wild Digimon hiding inside. Saying it felt silly, Digimon hiding inside inanimate objects. But after this discovery, there was undeniable evidence that it was possible.
And they say inside a thicket of bamboo, like was it kind of a, when you watch those videos where they can go inside objects in video games or go out of bounds?
I think so.
Is that what they mean, or did they literally just open a bush and there was an animal inside it?
I want to think it's that one, but episode 1 of Adventure literally has them hiding inside a tree.
True. Yeah.
So it could be either.
Yeah, so maybe that's a reference back to that.
Possible. Well, Suzune continued, they can hide, but not forever. It allows them to survive for a few more months, though.
Desmond said, Frigimon, 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 Frigimon. Careful, you're going to summon one.
Yukidarumon. Compared to hiding in an NPC's body, where they can at least move about, being locked inside an inanimate object must feel extremely uncomfortable for a Digimon. Yes, it extended their lifespan, but they could do nothing but sit there until their data faded away. But Suzune believed there was still time. Based on that fact, we may still have a chance to find the escaped Blukomon, as long as it's hopping from one object to another, said Suzune. Heartened, Yukidarumon gave out its usual, slightly languid laugh. They found the Blukomon soon after. It was only a few hundred meters away, as the crow flies, from where it had originally been spotted. Suzune and Yukidarumon spotted it hiding in an area of dense vegetation, collapsed with its hand outstretched. Probably after trying to enter into a game object. From the short distance it was able to travel, it seemed like this Blukomon didn't have much time left. Oh, thank goodness, sighed Suzune. Indeed, agreed Yukidarumon. They both gave a sigh of relief, and Suzune jumped down from Yukidarumon's shoulder. She then immediately set a blank card in her D-storage to provide the needed protection. Blank card, stand by. Novel emblem on. Digimon capture. Execute. The screen of her D-storage lit up with an intense glow. The light enveloped the Digimon, and just a few moments later, the previously blank card now showed the image of Blukomon on the front. Now, all she needed to do was transfer it to the garden, and the mission would be complete. Ah! At the very moment she extended her finger to confirm the transfer, Suzune heard a shrill cry behind her. Without even looking, she could tell it was a young girl's voice, so I'm going to presume it's the other profile. It wasn't a voice she had heard before, so it couldn't be a teammate. Upon turning around, her suspicions were confirmed. A young girl with short hair... Her? A young girl with short hair was standing there, dressed in a school uniform with a blazer. A high school girl. No, maybe even a middle schooler? And at her side was a level 3 Digimon, Devimon. Suzune was confident that she had memorized all the names and faces of the Debug team's members. There were some still in elementary school even, but none who had a Pico Devimon as a companion. "Hold up, hold up!" shouted the girl. "Don't interrupt our quest!" Yeah! shouted the Pico Devimon. "We found that Bluegomon before you did!" "And I was just about to capture it for myself!" cried the girl. "Yeah, cutting in line when somebody else is on a quest is no fair. Ain't that right, Reina?" "That's right, give it back!" The girl called Reina, and the Pico Devimon rattled on without a pause. The clamor they were making made Suzune's temples hurt a little. Still, she had spent enough time with Yuki and the others to be used to this much. Ow. It was just a mild discomfort this time, not a splitting headache. Okay, Rita Repulsa.
I mean, have you hung out with 14-year-olds?
I tend not to. It's a bit creepy.
You've been around them, though. They are very headache-inducing.
That's fair. Those might just be yours, though.
Maybe.
Excuse me, said Suzune. I'm sorry, but maybe you could explain to me what you mean by quest? She tried her best to remain calm. She was less concerned by the pair's boisterous mood and more concerned with that disconcerting word they'd used. First, she had to get some more information out of them. Hissed Reina. These casuals who only log in once in a while have no love for the game.
Just imagine the teenage girl going,
yeah.
Casuals.
Filthy casual. Reina, listen, she's probably a bit busy businesswoman climbing the career ladder, looking for a breather between her long days at the office, reasoned Pico Devimon. She has that kind of air about her. She's not gonna love the game as much as you, okay? Businesswoman? Climbing the career ladder? Said Reina. That's so cool! Thank you for all the hard work you put in every day. Besides, this quest isn't public, it's still in testing, Pico Devimon reminded her. Remember what it said in the pop-up message? It's probably just a coincidence they're here. I think it'd be best to negotiate this peacefully. The hell is this Pico Devimon doing being nice? You may be right, Reina considered. Okay, let's negotiate, Mrs. Haggard Hardworker. You two don't know the meaning of manners, do you? Said Suzune. Although I'm not entirely sure if I'm being insulted or complimented. The pair were proving to be more difficult than they looked, but even confronted with such impoliteness, Suzune resolved to maintain a professional air. She tried to collect herself. The girl and her Digimon were looking to negotiate. They'd probably want her to hand over the Bluegomon card, but negotiations aside, Suzune needed to know more about that quest. And that's where she needed to move the conversation. This quest of yours, Suzune began. Were you asked to capture this Bluegomon? What do you think, Devi? Asked Reina. Shall we tell her? If you want somebody to show you their cards, you need to reveal something of your own first, Pico Devimon advised. That's the basic rule of negotiating, Reina. I see, said the girl. Yes, what he said. Our mission was to capture a wild Bluegomon. A little honesty goes a long way. Add that to the girl's age and charm, and Suzune found her heart softening a little, just as Pico Devimon predicted. But the situation was serious. This was no time for cute games. Say, Suzune, said Frigimon. Don't you think? Yes, agreed Suzune. Quite right. The two exchanged a glance. Something definitely wasn't right. As mentioned earlier, the presence of wild Digimon within Digimon Liberator was not public knowledge. Most of the players who had encountered them had dismissed them as graphical bugs. And that was the end of it. And securing wild Digimon, or put another way, capturing them, was a task for the debug team, and the details were kept strictly confidential. But Reina had used those exact words, that she was there to capture a wild Blukomon. So Reina's a Digimon hunter. Reina, wasn't it? Suzune asked. How exactly were you going to capture this Digimon? I was going to use this, said Reina. It was added to my inventory when I accepted the quest on the Initiate Quest screen. She held out a blank card that closely resembled the one Suzune had just used to secure the Blukomon. There was one clear difference from the blank cards that Suzune was used to. This girl's card was black. Ooh. Suzune had never seen or heard of such an item. Also, if she was telling the truth, someone with admin access must have personally assigned her the quest. Oh, and check this out. Once I clear the quest, I'll be awarded with a ton of alt art chips. I wanted to keep them all for myself, but what do you say to an even split? The alt art chips that Reina was talking about are, in short, consumable items that let you increase the rarity of cards. It isn't hard to get your hands on a couple of chips, but there aren't that many floating around, and a high number are required to actually be useful in-game. That makes them a pretty effective bargaining chip. Suzune could clearly see the bait, but she didn't feel it was a trap set by Reina. More likely, whoever had issued the quest in the first place was behind it. Alt art chips were definitely a good way to reel in normal players to do your bidding. Suzune's suspicion was rising by the second. A black blank card, a huge reward of alt art chips. An ominous vision of somebody infiltrating the admin team and pulling the strings from the shadows arose in Suzune's mind. Who could it be? What was their goal? Reina, this is a negotiation, right? Asked Suzune. Sure is, said Reina. Shall we seal the deal? Don't be in such a hurry, said Suzune. If we're negotiating, then let me lay out some conditions as well. Suzune had been thinking of the mission as just another typical debug team job. But now, a keen but clueless player had entered the picture, seemingly being manipulated from the shadows. It had come completely out of nowhere, but now she realized the gravity of the situation for the admin team. Let's do it, Suzune, said Yukidarumon. Yep, time to root this corruption out at the source. And with that, Suzune took out her D-storage and pointed it directly at Reina. Let's battle, Reina, said Suzune. If you win, I'll give you this card for free. This time it was Suzune who spoke without a pause, not leaving Reina and Pico Devimon a chance to interrupt. But if I win, I'll have you join me for tea. Oh wait, hold on. If you win, yeah, sorry, I read that backwards. So if you win, I'll give you the card, but if I win, I'll have you join me for tea. To be continued. Alright, so already, while we load up Debug 4.2. Yuki? No. Enough of that. I've already asked. No more Miyu jokes, please. I think it's run its course. I'm already enjoying this more than Debug 3.
Yeah.
Like, this has kind of taken a turn of, like, wait, what? Where the other chapter was so straightforward.
I just didn't like the guy in the last chapter.
Yeah.
The Chad. What's his name?
Ryotaro?
Yeah, Stompy.
Yeah.
I didn't like him as a character. He just felt so generic and boring.
Yeah. But this one's already like...
And so did Angry Salaryman as well.
Yeah, Angry Salaryman was as bland a villain as you could get for an episode. But, like, this is already kind of like, okay, she's on a mission. We're getting her backstory. She does, like... She'll spend her husband's money, but she wants to contribute her own. You know, she does keep up appearances around people who aren't like immediate family.
Mm.
So she's already making herself more relatable to the reader, or more human to the reader than I think Ryotaro did in his chapter. But then Reina opens up a whole, like, why a black card for capturing? Like,
where did she actually get it? Because it's not a...
Yeah. It's not like the debug standard capture cards seem to be white.
And again, she's not on the debug team, and obviously the debug team aren't handing these out in quests.
No.
So what the heck?
You know, it's like...
Look, Ryotaro has big titties as well. Don't get that wrong. Don't die.
I think I'm dead.
Knock that bottle of rum.
Oh god, the booze.
My chat is broken again. Hey, no shots of rum.
But I wanna. But yeah, there's a lot of intrigue going into this, compared to Debug 3.
Yeah, this is a more interesting story than the usual other players blackmail characters for cards.
Yeah.
Because we literally just saw that in... What did we see it in? Was it in Hunters? That stupid card game?
Oh yeah, that card game
Like, I
that
know
made
it was
no
a,
sense.
I know it was a Digimon that was doing it, but
Yeah.
it's essentially the same thing.
Yeah, basically.
You win, we get all your cards. And then we'll sell them.
Yeah. But also, like, I don't know. I think Reina adds an interesting wrinkle to this, because I honestly thought the way this was gonna go was they meet Blukomon. Blukomon is still hostile. They get into a battle. You know, Blukomon is somehow able to, I don't know, play the game by itself somehow.
Yeah.
And then it would just be Suzune now has to kind of finish it off, kind of thing. Didn't see the small child who's been roped into like some seedy underbelly aspect of the debug team.
Yeah. Like, it has to be someone. Because obviously if there was a hack that big, they'd notice.
Yeah.
And if they haven't, then that's something even bigger than the guys in the other one.
Yeah. But that would it would just be repeating the
yeah.
Shoto fight. Exactly. And that's honestly that's kind of where I thought it would go, just because it would just tie up that plot line, because the Blukomon's been mentioned a couple of times now since the Shoto fight, so I figured, well, they're just going to fight it again and that'll tie it off, and then we'll be done with it. So I'm
But I can't get into an NPC this time, so it'll just be a tree.
Yeah.
A tree with a bunch of cards in front of it.
I know, I was just in my head, I was just like imagining like the branch of a tree with a dual disc on it or something. That was kind of where my that was kind of where my thought process went. But yeah, it's
I didn't expect sneaky admin shenanigans.
No. But which does, because like when we go back to the comic, you know, the garden seems like this great idea, but there was a part of us still going, yeah, something about Cool Boy is still off. Just with that whole situation. So it is kind of making you question.
Yeah, like it would be higher up than the debug team because the admins give them those cards to capture the other ones.
Yeah, and then there is also the thing, I need to click back here, hoping I don't break the website by daring to do this, but we still haven't met this character with the purple eyes here and the silver hair. So like, are there some shenanigans going on there? Maybe. I feel like Debug 5 and 6 will be the Goggle Girl up here, and then this one. I don't know where Zenith comes into it, but like we've met everyone on the Debug team so far. And she's got a weird, like, crest over her head that just isn't... It totally isn't an evil thing at all.
Oh, no. 100% not, no.
Just... Like, whatever, you know...
Why is she a VTuber?
I was gonna say, it kind of reminds me of, like, the Bagra symbol.
You'd have to show me again.
Baga? No. Flag? Yeah.
It's got the same sides on it, yeah.
Yeah. But instead of like this, instead of the thing denoting the zones, it's just got this. It's got this gear on it instead. So I get, you know.
That's the old Irish flag right there, isn't it?
Which?
The plough and stars.
Is it?
Yeah, that's before we had the tricolour.
No.
Why is that coming up for the background?
Does it think Bagra is an Irish word?
Is it because it says Bra Army?
Oh. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I hate all of that then. But, yeah, so we haven't met her, so she could be doing shenanigans behind the scenes.
Yeah, Goggle Girl over there looks pretty not evil.
No, I can't imagine she's...
I feel like she's, from that image, not just because she's beside him, but just her general demeanor.
Yeah.
I feel like she's very like him.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah,
Wants to be a hero, but girl.
Well, she's the only character in this fucking thing wearing goggles, so she better be the protagonist at some point. Stop being afraid to give your protagonist goggles, Digimon. It's your thing. Embrace it. Cowards.
Sell more goggles.
Yeah.
There's another merch opportunity they keep missing out on.
Well, yeah, we got one run of the Tai Chi goggles back when Try was airing, and that was it.
You could have all the goggles, you could be selling the hair clips she's wearing, yeah, everything. But no.
Not saying anything. Reject the goggles. No, embrace the goggles. The goggles are life. A hero needs his goggles.
No Advent Children vibes. What?
What?
Advent Children?
Advent Children, what?
There's bound to be shenanigans going. Queen Bagra.
Yeah. That'd be funny. That'd be funny. If
More stylish than the old man.
If your warmongering Bagramon made it into Liberator and Clockmaker was manga Bagramon. Wouldn't that be long-term storytelling?
Queen Bagra. No.
No.
No bugs.
No bugs, only bags.
There's only one queen bug, and that's Queen Beemon.
Alright. So, Debug 4-2. T? Asked the puzzled Reina.
You want to go on a date with me?
Make of that what you will, said Suzune. What I mean is, if I win, I want a few moments of your time. If that's all, then no problem, said Reina, holding out her D-storage with a self-confident grin. Because I'm gonna win. Sorry about that. I like a kid who's got spirit, said Suzune. Let's enjoy this. Hey! Like I said, you're not going to enjoy anything because I'm going to win! They confirmed the settings for a friendly battle and activated the memory gauge. There was palpable tension in the air, but only for a brief moment. A moment later, the voice of Yukidarumon, who didn't care much for all the drama, rang out from inside Suzune's D-storage. Oh yeah, Suzune. What's the matter, Yukidarumon? Said Suzune. You're kind of ruining the moment. I just had a word with our new guest. By guest, you mean the Blukomon we just secured? Yeah, that's right. It wants to try fighting alongside you. Oh my. Okay. A look of slight surprise appeared on Suzune's face. Her mission was to secure and protect the Blukomon. But, from its point of view, it must have seemed more like suddenly being tied up or kidnapped. If it wanted to fight alongside her, that could only mean one thing. You mean to say it's testing me? Asked Suzune. Maybe, said Yukidaramon. But that's hardly going to get your nerves up, is it? Of course not. That's absolutely fine, declared Suzune. Oh, good, said a relieved Yukidaramon. I thought you'd say that, so I went ahead and added Blukomon to your deck. Your deck list has changed a bit. Hope you're okay with that? At least you told me in advance, I guess, said Suzune as she laid out her security stack, all while trying to rapidly recall the details of Blukomon's card. Digimon Liberator Side Story, Debug 4-2, Goddess from the Ice Age.
Is that not Cinderellamon?
Hold up! Cried Reina. That's not fair! Have I done something wrong? Questioned Suzune. Suzune tilted her head in surprise. Or as Reina waved her arms around as if she'd been wronged. Don't play dumb with me! That's the Digimon that we were about to capture, isn't it? Shouted Reina, pointing a finger at Suzune's breeding area. You leave her breeding area alone, child.
Like Desmond just said, I like a kid that holds out their D. Storage out for a battle.
I don't feel comfortable anymore.
Reiko said, I don't need a hero, I need more Keisuke.
Kisuke.
Thank you.
In this franchise. I mean, Kisuke had goggles.
Is he not the hat guy?
Yeah. He had goggles. They were around his neck.
Oh, were they? Okay.
Yeah, they were like the ones to let him log into Eden.
Mm.
They kind of looked like the goggles that we see them use when they're sitting in the chair in this.
Ah, okay.
Anyway, there stood a dragonkin Digimon, cloaked in a haze of freezing breath and banging together its icy talons, a crisp Paledramon. You're right, it's a Digivolution of Blukomon, Suzune replied. I'm the one who secured it, though. But we haven't decided who it belongs to yet. That's what's unfair, cried Reina. I see it's not only my security stack you're trying to attack, it's my emotions as well. You're an ice deck user, and you clearly have a heart of ice, too. Nothing of the sort, replied Suzune. As far as she was concerned, the wild Digimon didn't belong to either of them. But, since Reina didn't know the details of the situation, explaining that would only make things more complicated. Besides, her attention needed to be elsewhere. The crisp Paledramon in her breeding area had been throwing impatient glances toward her for a while now, as if it wanted to get into the action as soon as possible. Patience, requested Suzune, in a tone that was gentle, yet somehow stern.
Like when your mom looks at you when you're acting up in the grocery store or
Yeah.
something.
It's only the beginning of the battle, the calm before the storm. The perfect moment for you to join the fight will come in time. Suzune's firmness seemed to have partly convinced the crisp Paledramon. It turned to face their opponent with more conviction. Suzune's analysis was accurate. Reina similarly had no intention of revealing her trump card this early on. They each had 4 cards in their security stacks. Apart from crisp Paledramon, there were no other Digimon on Suzune's playing field. Reina also only had a single Digimon on her side. On her previous turn, she'd played the king of the undead Digimon himself, Vamdemon. So, Vamdemon, 7,000 data points, a play cost of 7 or 3 when evolving from a purple level 4. Also a cost of 3 if digivolving from a level 4 with the Nightmare Soldiers trait. When attacking, you may play 1 Nightmare Soldier trait Digimon card with a play cost of 3 or less from your trash without paying the cost. On your turn, once per turn, When your Digimon are played or digivolve, if any of them have the Nightmare Soldier trait, 2 of your Digimon may jogress into a Digimon card with the Nightmare Soldier trait in the hand. Then that jogress Digimon may attack. Also has the inherited effect, so something evolves on top of him. When attacking once per turn, by deleting one of your other Digimon, this Digimon unsuspends.
Okay.
Cool.
Nay, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Remember that and Jogress are the same thing.
Not to be confused with DNA Charge from... Yeah. Reina had played a level 5 Digimon, pushing the memory gauge way over onto Suzune's side. Was she planning something big for her next turn as well? If that was the case, Suzune would need to adapt. At the start of her turn, she turned to address her partner. If this is the calm before the storm, then we should send out our first storm clouds, said Suzune. Yukidarumon? The next moment, a freezing, skin-piercing gust of wind blew forth. A humanoid shape of snow formed in the middle of the battle area. No. Polar Bear Mon! As she said this, the humanoid shape, which initially looked like an ordinary snowman, started to attract glowing light particles. A strong flash reflected off the snow, and in place of the snowman stood a Digimon wearing a colourful skiwear and shouldering a bazooka. Leave it to me, said Polar Bearmon as a barrage of ice balls fired from its back. They bombarded Reina's play area, turning the area around Vamdemon into a pincushion of sharp icicles. So this is Polar Bearmon.
So it's on all fours, technically.
I think it's just doing a trick here, but...
Yeah, but in this picture, looking at it, it's
technically on all fours,
like
yeah.
it has its 2 hands down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was really mixed up looking at it the first time.
So 7,000 data points, 7 cost to play normally, 4 if digivolving from a level 4 yellow or blue Digimon, 4 if evolving with an Ice Snow trait, the cost of is 3 with a level 4.
Okay.
It has the Ice Clad ability, so other than against security Digimon, compare the number of Digivolution cards instead of data points in this Digimon's battles. On play, when digivolving, trash any 2 Digivolution cards from your opponent's Digimon. Then, one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards cannot suspend or activate when digivolving effects until the end of their turn. That's pretty good. Inherited effect. Your turn, while your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, this Digimon with the Ice Snow trait gains Piercing and Security Attack +1. Ow!
Hey.
That's ow! So she reads the effect. Since your Vamdemon doesn't have any Digivolution cards, it won't be able to suspend next turn, nor activate any when digivolving effects. Suzune gave her opponent a defiant look, as if to ask, so, what will you do next? Reina matched her gaze and stared right back, laughing fearlessly. It's no use, lady. If you think you've won, you're more of a rookie than I thought. Then, a brief tune, completely out of place on the battlefield, rang out. It was both lively and creepy. A clown-like melody.
You just made lively and creepy into one word.
Yeah.
Creeply.
An instant later, Polar Bearmon's body was torn apart by a flurry of countless blades. Polar Bearmon! Suzune cried out in surprise, and heard the echoing clonk of heavy footsteps. They came from the wizard that had just carried out this high-speed crime, as it entered the battlefield carrying 4 swords.
Ah, bear!
No, Suzune is playing the bears. Piemon, and an ace card at that. So some nice art. 12,000 data points, 7 to play normally, or 4 if digivolving from a level 5 with yellow or purple. Cost of 3 if digivolving from a level 5 Nightmare Soldier.
Okay.
Hand counter blast digivolve. Your Digimon may digivolve into this card without paying the cost. On play, when digivolving, activate the effect below 4 times. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 data points for the turn. So that's what killed Polar Bearmon.
Right.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Right. So
Dead.
it's not like it doesn't apply to like one of each of them. It's if there's only one on the field, it hits them all.
Yeah. All turns, once per turn. When other Digimon are deleted, you may play one level 4 or lower Nightmare Soldier trait Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. Ace ability, Overflow -4. As this card moves from the field or under a card to an area other than those, lose 4 memory. Okay.
I don't understand that.
So if it leaves the field and doesn't, like, if it's not placed under another card for evolution,
Like if it's trash? Or...
yeah,
Okay.
you lose 4 memory.
Okay. Is that a bad thing?
Well, yeah, because that gives you that potentially gives your opponent 4 memory depending on where your gauge is.
It's a terrible effect.
That's the price, the balancing of being able to just throw it out without paying the cost and potentially nuke one of your opponent's monsters. So, since your Digimon had 7,000 data points, I unleashed its Trump Sword effect with all 4 blades to completely destroy it. What's more, Paimon also has an effect that lets me bring the Meramon you defeated earlier back into play. On play, yeah, so that's...
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm still not done. Your deck's effects basically rely on me having less than 2 Digivolution cards, don't they? In that case, I activate Vamdemon's effect. Once per turn, okay. Yep. As Reina said, Vamdemon quietly vanished, leaving behind only its mask and cloak. Then a cloud of black, no, a deep, abyssal darkness engulfed Paimon. There's that word again.
Abyssal.
Jogres Shinka. Out comes Volt Bautamon. Responding to her words, the malevolent fist appeared on the battlefield. The 2 Digimon had undergone a Jogres evolution to create a new Digimon. It was released from the restrictions of Polar Bearmon's effect and was able to activate its when digivolving effect. Jogres Shinka, out comes Volt Bautamon.
Oh, they copy pasted.
Oh, yeah, they did. Well, here's Volt Bautamon. That's a sick looking art.
Yoshimitsu, that you?
Right? Yeah, no, I do. I really like this. So 15,000 data points. A play cost of 15 if you were to just play it on its own.
Wow.
Cost of 5 if digivolving from a level 6 purple, yellow, or black Digimon.
Oh, I couldn't even see the purple there.
Jogres Shinka, a purple or black level 6 plus a yellow or green level 6. So that counts as
Purple.
yeah. I want to go back and get her Vamdemon card just for a quick second. So, purple or black level 6 plus yellow or green level 6. Paimon qualifies for the yellow part of that, and then Vamdemon's the purple.
Okay.
So now we have Volt Bautamon. Or Jogres Paimon and Vamdemon for a cost of 0 also.
Okay.
So it's just a coincidence, I guess, that they also fulfill the color requirements. When digivolving, de-digivolve 3, one of your opponent's Digimon. And for the turn, all of their Digimon get minus 6,000 data points. Then, if jogressing, you may play 10 play costs total worth of Nightmare Soldiers trait Digimon cards from your trash without paying the cost. Holy shit!
Wow.
It just revives your graveyard.
Yeah.
All turns, once per turn, when other Digimon are deleted, trash your opponent's top security card.
Okay.
That's nuts.
Yuki said the color is intentional.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess you could use other PAmon or Vamdemon to get it out. But, yeah, whatever.
Mm.
So, with this effect so for the when Digivolving effect. When this effect's activation...
Nobody's
activation, something stepped out of the dark abyss. A dead man walking. The flame sorcerer, Skull Meramon, or Death Meramon for the Japanese version. Since it was jogressed by Vamdemon's effect, Volt Bautamon can attack straight away. Also, it can activate a when attacking effect inherited from Vamdemon. With it, I delete Meramon again and unsuspend Volt Bautamon. So, when attacking, once per turn, fair enough. And now, since my Meramon was deleted, that activates Volt Bautamon's effect. So please trash one of your security cards.
Please.
Yeah. Volt Bautamon also aimed an attack at Suzune, so 2 layers of her security went up in flames. Security check. Nothing happens. Take that! Alright. I cut right through 2 of your security cards like they were butter. Well, if you peer into the abyss, that's what you should expect.
Abyssal stuff.
Reina flashed a devilish, toothy grin. And we don't have time to be the abyss that peers back into you, so why don't you just hurry up and give up, please? However, as expected, Reina was met by a cool and unruffled reaction from Suzune, and her victorious grin quickly faded. Why do you look so unconcerned? Now it was Suzune's turn. She was up against Volt Bautamon and Death Meramon. But despite the state of the battle area and the difference in their security stacks, Suzune seemed to be enjoying herself. Let me tell you something, Reina, said Suzune. If you find yourself thinking your opponent is making careless moves, that's the time to be extra careful. What? You took advantage of my move and interrupted it well, and you've made a very powerful counterattack. You unleashed Volt Bautamon. Reina's eyes widened, and Suzune flashed her the tiniest smile before turning her eyes to her own troops. It's time. Lend me your power. Upon hearing those words, the dragonkin Crispaeldramon nodded and leapt out of the breeding area. As it did so, its form was immediately engulfed by a blizzard, before it re-emerged as an ice-clad magic knight. Digivolution, Hex Blaumon. So, this is the same one Shoto fought, so we don't really need to spend too much going over it, but...
And they go over it next anyway, I think.
Yeah. When Digivolving, trash any 4 Digivolution cards under your opponent's Digimon. With one thrust of its lance, it sent one of Volt Bautamon's Digivolution cards to the trash. It was PAmon, and crucially, written on it were the letters Ace. Oh no, an overflow!
Here we go.
Right as Reina cried out, the memory gauge turned a fierce red and let out a crackling sound. The memory gauge moved 4 spaces back towards Suzune. Right then, I'm going to do a few more things. Polar Bearmon! Polar Bearmon appeared once again from her hand and swept across the battle area. I prevent your Death Meramon from suspending and activating when Digivolving effects. Eve, lady, you don't hold back, do you? Doing so after that aggressive play of yours would only lead to a swift loss for me. Wouldn't you agree? Reina's Nightmare Soldier deck relied on a single powerful trump card, surrounded by other Digimon without Digivolution cards. Suzune's deck was a good match for it, since her disruptive effects depended on the opponent having few Digivolution cards. But still, if she chose the wrong time to attack, she'd swiftly be overwhelmed by her opponent's numbers. That's why Suzune let Reina cut down Polar Bearmon, let her think that she was controlling the pace of the battle. Then, if she digivolved Piemon Ace into Volt Bautamon, she could use her Hex Blaumon to cause an overflow. That had been Suzune's plan. You pretended to be surprised, but in actual fact you predicted everything, including that I'd use an ace card? Teehee. Was I convincing? Suzune touched her hand to the corner of her mouth and giggled.
Is she playing chess and Reina's playing checkers?
Surely now Reina understood her strength. Sweat dripped down the girl's temple. You're one scary lady, but this match isn't over yet. Devi! It was Reina's turn. The girl used the small amount of memory available to her to play Pico Devimon. Any way you look at it, things aren't looking good for you. Oh.
No.
Any way you look at it.
No.
Oh.
Devimon.
Yep, I see that, said the Digimon. Any way you look at it, things aren't looking good for you, Reina, said the Digimon. You know, people usually say things like it's not over yet, right when they're about to lose. All right, that's enough out of you. Now fetch me a card that can turn this around.
That's a fun little art.
Yeah, that's actually... We'll blow it up here. So, Pico Devimon. 1,000 data points, play cost of 3, 0 if digivolving from a level 2, or 0 if a level 2 with Nightmare Soldier.
Oh, don't die. Hydrate. Not with rum.
It's not rum. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck.
More hydrate.
Okay. Whew. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Nightmare Soldier trait and 1 card with the Fallen Angel trait among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Inherited effect. When attacking, once per turn, draw 1 and trash 1 card in your hand. Oh, okay. Not bad. This one's no good. And this one too. There it is. Piemon Ace. Reina took the 3rd card she drew. Piemon Ace, added it to her hand, and struck a confident pose. Bad luck, lady! Piemon Ace can blast Digivolve. Next turn, I'm gonna tear all your Digimon to shreds again. No, I'm afraid it's too late for that. Huh? It was time for the next turn. Suzune's battle area was a snowscape of pure white, and something new was appearing in it. A beautiful blue marionette stood on the battlefield, and on top of it was a small white Digimon. At a first glance, it looked like a Yukimi Botamon, but it had an elegant gaze. There was something unmistakably divine about it. It's time to freeze everything to its core. Polar Bearmon, digivolve into Scottymon. Oh, this is Scottymon, who I don't know if I like the look of yet.
No, like she called it a marionette, so it is a big puppet.
Yeah. I think it's the big flowy dress that it's not sitting with me.
Yeah, because the limbs are so thin, but then the hands are gigantic, and they're meant to be like bear claws, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's giving Mr. Rhyme, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Mr. Rhyme vibes. I see that. Yeah. But 12,000 data points, 12 cost to play normally, 4 if yellow or blue level 5, or a cost of 3 if digivolving from a level 5 with the Ice Snow trait. It's got Ice Clad and Barrier. When digivolving, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Ice Snow trait Digimon card from your hand without paying the cost. For each of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards, add 1 to this effect's level maximum.
So she can play level 5.
Yeah. When digivolving, when attacking, once per turn, by placing one Digimon with no Digivolution cards as the bottom security card, this Digimon unsuspends. Oh, okay. That's pretty good, actually.
Desmond said, hydrate with your Hydromon. And Yuki said, don't. Do choke on stream. Don't.
Oh, when I'm in my ultimate form, I feel so rejuvenated. Can I go ahead and do it, Suzune? Yes, yes, go ahead. You say that every time, though. Reina, as you have 2 Digimon without any Digivolution cards in play, I play a level 4 Yukidarumon. And if my opponent doesn't have any Digimon with Digivolution cards, it gains me 1 memory. Oh, leave it to me. I'm great at scrimping and saving, said Yukidarumon. What? But that means it's still your turn, cried Reina. That's right. So do you know what comes next? In response to Suzune's words, Scottimon turned to face her opponent and attacked. When digivolving, when attacking, once per turn, by placing one Digimon with no Digivolution cards as the bottom security card this Digimon unsuspends. I send your Skull Meramon to your security stack, and I unsuspend Scottimon. Ah! Reina let slip a gasp. With her Death Meramon gone, blast digivolving would no longer be possible. Scottimon had laid out a clear path to victory. If she could attack Hex Blaumon, then a second attack by the Icy Goddess would strike Reina. So, what do you think of my strategy? Is it to your liking? Hex Blaumon looked back at Suzune and gave her a nod with a hint of satisfaction, to which she smiled radiantly. In that case, let's settle this, Scottimon. Hex Blaumon? Yes! The goddess and the knight charged across the battlefield like a roaring blizzard. Take all you want of your abyss. Talk all you want of your abyss. Let us show you that the ice at our command is far colder and more beautiful than any darkness. That's such a cool image.
That's very pretty. Look how happy she is.
This also still not sold on Scottimon's design.
No, I'm really getting, like, I can see it doing the stupid dance that Mr. Rhyme does.
Yeah.
Is it Mr. Rhyme? Or am I
It
thinking
is.
of the other Mr. Rhyme?
No, you're right. I do like the skates. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
This design is not for me.
Yeah, the bloomers make it look like it's wearing a diaper as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a fan. I like its wand. A big disco ball.
Disco ball snowman. Disco man. Disco stew. And then Hex Blaumon is just Hex Blaumon. It's like, yeah, okay.
Very sparkly.
Yeah. There. That's everything I know, miss. Thank you, Reina. Suzune had won the battle, but the information she received from Reina was not welcome news. One day she had received a message about a special quest with a very handsome reward attached. She had some small doubts, but believed it because it looked like a genuine message from the admin team. The quest contents described a stray Digimon wandering around Lacuna that needed to be captured, as if it was just some kind of story event. I'm sorry, I don't think this will help you much, miss. In response to the panic in Reina's voice, Suzune allowed her serious expression to soften into a warm smile. No, Reina, that's not the case. In fact, your honesty has been very helpful. If I can help you, miss, I'll do anything. Hey, what's with calling me miss all of a sudden? Oh, does that offend you? No, but that's right. I still haven't told you my name, have I? Here, think of this as my business card, said Suzune, handing and she handed Reina her tamer card.
It's like in Sword and Shield where they give you the the trainer card.
So, Suzune Kazuki, play cost of 3. Start of your main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. All turns, when your Digimon are played or digivolve, if any of them have the Ice Snow trait, by suspending this tamer, Trash any one Digivolution card from your opponent's Digimon. And this didn't come up at all during the battle.
No.
My name is Suzune Kazuki. A pleasure to meet you. Kazuki? Where have I heard that name before? Oh, perhaps you heard it on one of the Digimon Liberator official live broadcasts. They work quite closely with my husband. What? Did she know that Kazuki was the surname of a key member of the Digimon Liberator admin team? Reina continued to shout. No way! You're one of the admins? Me? Not as such. I just help them out here and there. But the Digimon you captured today, wasn't that a job requested by the admin? Reina. Oh, Reina. Suzune put a finger on her lips, as if to say this stays between us. When Reina gave her a timid nod, she returned it with a smile. Then that's that. Thank you, Reina. I'm sure I'll see you around in Lacuna or elsewhere in Digimon Liberator. Reina watched intently as Suzune climbed onto Frigimon's shoulder, and the two of them departed, gliding off smoothly into the distance. Yes, Mrs. Kazuki, Miss Suzume. Using normal players to hunt down stray Digimon. So that's what they're up to. Oh, that's right. I'd be... No. Oh, it's the other way around, is it?
No, she's fucking...
Oh, there's been a time skip there.
Yeah, there should be like a line or something through that.
Mm-hmm. Using normal players to hunt down stray Digimon? So that's what they're up to? That's right. I'd be really grateful if you could help keep an eye out as well, Yuki. They were in Jewel, the capital. Suzune was telling her teammate Yuki the whole story from start to finish. Looks like today it was going to be one overly energetic girl after another for Suzune. You've got to report this to a GM, right? Yes. Is Cool Boy around? Yeah. Saw him just now. He's over there, chatting with Unchained. Unchained? She looked in the direction that Yuki was pointing. There stood an immaculate-looking man with white hair, Cool Boy, talking about something with a blonde girl wearing a straitjacket. Although it might have been a boy. That was Unchained. Cool Boy had a very stern look on his face, so it was clear they were having a guarded and serious discussion. Shall we call them over? No, leave them be. They look like they're in the middle of something, said Suzune. She paused for a moment. Yuki? Yeah? Keep that story I just told you to yourself for now. Don't tell anyone else. Especially Unchained. Huh? Sure, but... Oh, I've got to go. Teacher's calling me. Suzune thanked Yuki, and they said their goodbyes. She watched the smiling girl as she departed, with a hint of consternation on her face. Yukidarumon spoke to her from her D-storage. Suzune, that was... Yes, it was a bit. I can't say I approve of you confiding in an innocent girl like Yuki. There was no other option. Hope it's nothing more than baseless worries on my part. She thought back to her conversation with Reina and the quest notification, disguised as an official message from a high-level admin. Had the culprit found an exploit in the system? Or was there a far simpler explanation for what had happened? You mean that there might be a traitor in our ranks, don't you? You disapprove of my thinking? Quite the opposite. You're just great, Suzune. Yukidarumon clumsily patted Suzune on the head with its ball-like hand. Her eyes widened in surprise. Then she laughed. Thank you, Yukidarumon. What would I do without you? Don't worry. You've got me on your side, Suzune. So don't try to take on too much by yourself, okay? I'll be okay, for now at least, Suzune muttered under her breath, as she felt the cool touch of her partner's warm gesture. To be continued. So Unchained,
yeah.
There's just some yoke walking around with a straitjacket on.
Can we go back to that picture?
Oh yeah, I'll have to wait for this to load up.
That's a straight jacket.
Oh, it's this one.
That's the evil looking one.
Oh, snap.
Look at the arms.
It's the Bagra army looking one. Okay. Unchained, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not chains, they're more leather straps, but yeah. Probably into some kinky stuff.
I hope not. She looks about 12.
Mm-hmm. Lolly into kinky stuff, huh?
Stop. Ah.
That one.
So it's this one. That's a straight jacket. I don't know why I didn't see that before. I guess I just presumed anime jacket with belts and straps on it.
I didn't notice the strap going through the loops there.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, neither did I, so...
She really did unchain my heart, AJ. Desmond.
Alright, where's my ban button? Yeah, so that's interesting. Definitely enjoyed this more than Debug 3, for sure.
Definitely.
Definitely a better put together chapter. The fight was interesting. It ended when it needed to rather than when it started.
Yeah, like it was they're rushing towards them, about to kill them thing, and it didn't give us like the final whatever, but it didn't need to.
No.
There was nothing missing from it.
So this is Reina. Reina Omi. 14 years old, 149 centimeters, 45 kilos. March 10th birthday, Nightmare Soldier Beatdown Deck. A second-year middle school student with a bright and energetic personality. She has been out of sorts recently because a close friend transferred to another school. However, the two of them have stayed in touch through Digimon Liberator, and while in the virtual world she has been acting her usual self and having a great time. Although only vaguely aware of Digimon before, she now plays regularly even when her friends are offline, largely in part to the friendship she has struck up with Pico Devimon.
Oh, she's keeping in touch with the other friend, but she's replaced said friend with the
with the Digimon.
Yeah. Oh,
poor girl.
Her real life friend is gone, so now she's spending more time in the game.
And it's like she's got a little friendship ring on her pinky there. I thought it was a badly drawn hand at first, or I was like, oh wait, no, that's a ring. Oh. Nice. Oh, it's purple. That's cute. Nope.
No.
Like the whole website reformatted when I zoomed in.
Yeah. On mobile.
Yeah.
You're just not allowed to click on those pictures.
No.
I suppose then everyone would be stealing the assets, but I feel like...
Oh, they're probably around somewhere anyway.
Would they not be on, like, Frigimon or something by now?
Probably, yeah. So yeah, I'm really curious to see, like, they've intrigued me with the black card stuff. They've intrigued me with Unchained, just because it's so out of pocket.
Yeah. What a name.
Yeah, what a name.
Cool Boy is over there talking to Unchained.
Right, they're like the edgiest edgelord names. Like.
Yeah.
Like, how early in the game did you have to be to get a username like that?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Suzune is quite the fun character.
She is an out-and-out princess, whether she admits it or not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for real, yeah.
I work for my money. Yeah, but you don't need to, and you know that.
Yeah.
So you don't stress about it.
No. And just handing out your tamer cards like business cards. Like, Reina's not even going to be able to use that. It doesn't work with her deck at all.
Yeah. Also, it's only digital.
Yeah.
So it's just taking up a slot in her digital library. And
yeah, it's just in her inventory now.
She's just going to have to delete it. Oh, cold.
Yeah.
All the ice talk. All
Yeah.
the icy pictures.
All the icy, yeah, it's definitely
Ooh.
definitely having a like placebo effect. I do feel a bit colder.
It always happens with cold things. Like when we were reading the last one and it was all volcano dragons or dinosaurs or whatever.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting warm.
No.
It always happens with cold.
It's the thought of the cold, is it?
Yeah, I don't know what it is when you talk about cold things or.
They are on Wikimon. Of course they are. So we do have a column to catch up on. And
oh, we had a brief look at this picture last week.
Yeah.
Was it last week or was it when it came out? I don't know.
Just this week gone.
Yeah. So this is not what I thought it would be at all.
No, this whole area looks very different to how I envisioned it based on Debug 3.
Yeah. We'll look at that when it opens.
Oh, here we go. The formatting to kick in because the website is kind of bad.
Her being chain related reminds me of the comic girl that also has chains and white hair.
Oh, that'd be funny. In the comic with the Electmon.
The future one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of funny. If all these comics are gonna like loop into each other at some point, I doubt, but be fun. Okay. So. Column 10. Introducing Lacuna 3. Lapis Marine, the ever sunny seascape.
I don't see a seascape here.
No.
Like
So where did the other two battle?
Yeah, and where are the beaches?
Yeah. Like I know it says concept art, but
Yeah,
it doesn't really scream.
No, this is that town from Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah. This doesn't scream beach or coastal or anything.
No.
Like I like the little boats.
Yeah, it looks like it's because it's a lighthouse. It
Yeah.
looks like a seaside town as opposed to what it reads as.
Yeah.
It reads as a very tropical island as opposed to a well built up area.
Like, are we supposed to believe that?
Oh no, the Liberator comic girl with Sunrise Man.
Oh, her. Oh, Aura. Yeah. I'm gonna call her that until we know her actual name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, her. That I suppose that it would make sense if they're related or opposing entities. If they're like, yeah, that would also make sense. Yeah, like, are we supposed to infer that the battle between Aruba and Ryotaro happened on this like one little green patch here at the end of the bridge?
I don't know. It was kind of down an alley, wasn't it? So
where? What alley? It's all water.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like
7 out of 10. Too much water.
Yeah, the way they said it was that they turned down some kind of alley that was kind of out of the way.
Yeah.
And they found that kind of dodgy, and that's why he didn't want to send the kid in.
But alright, well let's read about the place. Maybe we'll be enlightened. The VR game Digimon Liberator is set in the virtual world called Lacuna. It has 7 areas. Its 7 areas burst with a mysterious allure of somewhere that's somehow familiar, thanks to its complex fusion with mapped real-world data, but could only ever exist virtually. Today we're going to look at an area touted as the most popular and beautiful of them all, Lapis Marine, the ever-sunny seascape. Its vast, deep azure ocean is complemented by contrasting types of coastline, white sandy beaches, as well as rugged rock formations.
So the egg thing it's in, is that sand?
I guess.
Like the edges of that.
This is all
that meant
just,
to be a beach?
That's meant to be a beach, I guess. Yeah.
Kind of crappy.
Too
much infrastructure for something that the way they're describing it. I don't know.
No, I agree. As its nickname suggests, the area's trademark is the perpetual sunlight that shines down on visiting players. Reminiscent of a tropical resort, it has all the facilities and activities you'd expect. Just beside the stunning white beach, too pristine to be real, stands a city which serves as a base for players. Among the various shops lining the street, one selling clothing items stands out the most. It specializes in swimwear and Hawaiian-style resort wear, and many players change here before heading straight off to the gorgeous beach to enjoy the activities. So you actually just can get new costumes for your avatar in there. So Liberator could technically do a beach episode.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Suzuki in a bikini when?
Uh-huh. Yuki? Yeah, there are probably others, but you know. They're the only two that come to mind right now.
Yeah.
What? Oh, Yao! Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yowie wowie. Even though some of the designs might be risque enough to make you think twice about wearing them in real life, being able to try those kinds of items on without having to feel embarrassed is all part of the fun of a VR game, until your friends take a bunch of screenshots of you in-game and share them on social media elsewhere. That said, there's still a certain degree of modesty. There is no age restriction after all. You can buy...
So you won't be wearing that, what's that one that's really clear except for the line across the boobs?
The grease.
Yeah,
yeah,
you won't get away with wearing that, but it probably means you can wear, like, a thong walking around, but not, you know, anything weird.
You can also buy lots of different kinds of food and drink from the stands along the beachfront. They're like NPC-managed beach houses. There's one particularly popular place that regularly sets up shop here, selling drinks with buffs that increase the drop rate for rare items. A lot of players come to drink these beverages, specifically for these effects, but they certainly don't skimp on the delicious tropical flavour, so it's worth dropping in and giving them a try, if you find the place. It's these kinds of aspects that are some of the most appealing of any fully immersive game, not just Digimon Liberator.
So you can feel like the sun on your skin or like the wind or any of that, and you can taste things, but there's no pain.
Yeah. Paradise. It's like...
I'm so curious how it can make you taste
things. The same way Yu-Gi-Oh lets you feel pain, I guess. Hologram, sensory, bollocks.
Like, I know when you think about a certain drink, like you can taste it. Like when you watch those Coca-Cola ads with all the cans, and they're all pouring drinks and stuff, and you can suddenly just taste that you need a Coca-Cola.
No.
Never gotten that from those ads?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
But you know when you think of a drink, you know how it
I
tastes.
get
that kind of feeling. So maybe there's a way to
manipulate your memory.
Manipulate that, but then everyone would find that drink tastes different. They'd all have their own interpretation of it.
So while there's plenty to do at the beach, there are also ample activities available in the water. You can swim, jet ski, or dive. But one of the most popular things to do here is to fish.
Can you drown?
Simply talk to an NPC with a boat on the beach and pay their price to get whisked away to a place where you can cast a line. There are lots of types of fish to catch, but if you do manage to catch them all, you'll get a valuable prize. So have fun hunting down every last one.
It's a fishing minigame in Liberator, your favorite!
And even if you don't catch them all, the fish that you do catch might still cough up some other kind of item. Sure, that might sound a little off-putting, but you won't just get hit with fishy debuffs, so do give it a try. We've now looked at the tourism side of Lapis Marine. But this place isn't just known as a sightseeing spot, it also has an active battle scene. Upon leaving the city, those sandy beaches turn to rugged, rocky coastline, where you'll find a number of high-level NPCs lying in wait. While these battles are not the toughest of the tough, they are considerably more challenging than the beginner-friendly ones in Emerald Coast. They're perfect for those who have been playing the game for a while and have some confidence in their abilities. On a nearby cliff top stands one of the area's major landmarks, the enormous Lapis Stadium Tower Lighthouse. The stadium regularly plays host to small-scale tournaments, like tamer battles, at a pace of around once every week or two. Once you've polished your battle skills a little, it might not be a bad idea to try taking part in one. Lacuna's larger events and tournaments also usually take place here, making this lighthouse another place that puts Lapis Marine on the tourism map. During major tournaments, side event NPCs appear near the lighthouse for the duration of the event, so even if you don't plan to enter the tournament, it's still worth a visit to battle these limited time characters. There might be a long line to enter, but in addition to participation prize cards, the number of rewards you earn, including rare cards and alt art chips, increases depending on your total wins. It's sure to be an experience worth waiting for. So even in a virtual world, you have to queue up.
Mm-hmm.
Boo.
It's probably like, when you go on Ticketmaster and it's like, you're 300,000th in the queue.
Yeah, but in real time, you're standing there talking to someone who's a place ahead of you in the queue. Ew. And have you perhaps heard the rumors going around among the NPCs around here? As mentioned, Lapis Marine is known for its ever-shining sun, but it does rain on occasion. When it does, the number of beach stalls dwindles, the NPCs on the rocks disperse, and the usual bustle of the area is replaced by an eerie quiet. That's when, according to some, another NPC appears before a cliff at the very edge of the area, even further out than the lighthouse itself. For some reason, this particular NPC has an immensely powerful deck and is standing there waiting for a challenge. Or at least that seems to be the gist of things. If that's something that sounds interesting to you, ask the NPCs, and maybe you'll end up encountering this elusive character. This is mere rumor, so we can't guarantee anything. But since some speak of priceless rewards, maybe getting soaked by the rain could be worth it in the end. With all this on offer, there's no doubt that the ever-sunny seascape of Lapis Marine has plenty to offer in terms of both sightseeing and battling. Its hustle and bustle is on par with that of Lacuna's most thriving urban area, the capital Jewel. But just under the surface of Lacuna's most prominent sightseeing spot, you'll still find threads of a rich tale, part of the main scenario, which unfolds through encounters and battles with NPCs. So what stories await players amid the glittering azure waters and white sandy beaches of Lapis Marine's ever-sunny seascape? We end this article with a short extract of a tale waiting to unfold. Oh, they went with this, huh? Interesting. Okay. Chain said that if Jewel didn't exist, Lapis Marine would be the center of all Lacuna, and that the city, home to many androids who have precious few ways to amuse themselves, is dear to them due to its beauty. Perhaps most fascinating of all are the rumors of a secret place somewhere in the area. Taking this as the first clue in Chain's search for the relics, you immediately depart for Lapis Marine. After probing into these rumors by speaking with various androids, you find there's one thing that every rumor has in common: a seafloor temple. On the day of a raging storm, a warp gate to the seafloor temple is said to appear in the basement of the Lapis Stadium Tower. Perhaps it's just a silly story, but the level of specificity, intrigue,
That's a hard word. Specificity.
Specificity intrigues you and hints at something more substantial. What if the first of the relics you seek resides there? Unable to restrain your curiosity, you sneak into the basement of the Lapis Stadium Tower one stormy day, accompanied by two androids who requested to come along. And right there, in that very basement, is a large gate, no trace of which had ever been seen before. Recognizing your presence, a voice begins to speak. O ye who seek the stones, if it is true strength that you covet, you must stake your pride and your life and survive 7 trials. Do you have the strength and the wisdom to withstand my tests? The determination and the resolve? You answer the gate with a nod, and 3 guards appear before it. In that case, you must first vanquish these guardians of the ocean deep, O brave one.
So you go into the...
This is a Zelda quest.
I was just about to say, so you walk into the basement of the lighthouse, and it's
a water temple.
A Zelda temple. Yeah.
The above is but a snippet of the story you can expect to enjoy in Lapis Marine. As for the rest, you'll have to experience it for yourself in-game. The ever-sunny seascape of Lapis Marine is somewhere you'll probably find yourself venturing just as much for sightseeing as you do for battles. It's a place where experiences and encounters that can't be found anywhere else await our players. And somewhere we would love for you to be able to sample the delights of Lacuna's virtual world that does not exist in reality.
A much better column than last week's.
Yep. So... go to Lapis Marine and go bikini scouting. Sounds good?
Screenshot.
Science reasons. So that's everything. Like, we're kind of up to date on everything. This Wednesday, part 2 of the next comic chapter is out.
Okay. Where are we now?
We are on part 6.
Okay.
So, so that's going to be a fun one. So we'll have part 6.1 and 6.2 to look forward to. Where we schedule? Do we do these before we start the adventures? Rather than break up the adventures straight away.
Yeah, we should probably get these 2 out of the way first.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, because September 26th, I'm sorry, but the new Zelda game is out. I'm not streaming. I'm streaming, but I'm not streaming Digimon.
Yeah. Hey, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie, welcome in. So I'm thinking... the following Wednesday, right? Because I wouldn't be able to stream. We wouldn't be able to do a stream this coming week anyway, because I'm on call.
Yeah.
And I'm specifically off work for work hours only. So what I'm thinking is, on Wednesday 2nd,
yeah,
we start Liberator 6.
Okay.
Then Sunday the 6th of October, we start Adventure 99. Then October 9th, we do Adventure 2020.
What happened with the poll, actually? I didn't look into that.
You didn't even vote. And you were the one pushing for a poll, and you didn't even vote.
But did you vote?
No, it's my poll. I'll go whatever you guys want, but
I'm on your level. They're chat, not me.
Well,
I don't vote.
You were the one pushing for it.
Yeah, for chat to decide, not me.
Yeah, well. Should have thought about that.
What about what? I did think about it. That's why I didn't vote.
No.
Because that's unfair. Because I am one of the streamers.
Yeah, well.
You're being weird. Desmond said, stream Zeldamon. Stream on both channels.
So anyway, since before I was so rudely interrupted, there is currently 1 vote on the poll. You have 4 days left, chat. Vote. Or I'll do it for you. So anyway, yeah, so the vote basically goes to the option.
Sorry, Meg, you're below AJ.
Fair. Yeah. So anyway, as I was about to say, the only vote on the poll currently goes in line with what I had in mind last week.
Right.
Before everybody attacked me. So looking at the calendar, so if we come back on the 2nd and get Liberator 6 out of the way, on the 6th of October, we could do Adventure 99, because we'll have to do the movie, the short one, and then the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Then, on the 9th, we do Adventure 2020. On the 13th, we do Adventure 99 again. We keep that going until 7 Part 1 and 2 are out.
Right.
Then, whatever week that falls, we skip Adventure 99. Whatever week that falls, whatever week Part 7, 1 and 2 are out, we skip Adventure 99 that week.
Right.
And the reason I say 99 as opposed to 2020 is 2020 has more episodes.
Yeah. In which channel is the poll?
Feedback.
Feedback. Attacked your house?
Yes. Yes, attacked my house.
Did you also do a poll on the community tab?
No, because I said it was going to be on Discord.
Okay.
And there's a link to Discord in the description below. Anyway, so the week that 7/2 comes out, we skip Adventure 99. We do Liberator that week, and then go back to whatever the rotation is at that stage. And then rinse and repeat for 8/2, 9/2, 10/2, however long it goes on for. And then I was like, well, what do we do about debugs?
Right.
We skip the whole week for the anime. So on the Wednesday of the week, we do debug. What are we on? This is 4. So on the Wednesday of that week, we do debug 5, and the Sunday of that week, we do debug 6. It's done.
Okay.
It's dusted. It's out of the way. It's just 2 reading streams. It's done.
Okay.
Then we go back to anime and juggling the rest of it. It's gonna be a bit. It's gonna be a bit dicey at first, just while we find our footing with the organization. But I genuinely feel like that's the best way to handle it. What may happen on occasion is just that 99 and 2020 swap days. So I want to avoid that if I can.
Yeah.
Which is also why I was thinking, while I'm all for doing Liberator on the 2nd, maybe that's the only stream that week, and then we start the Adventure 99 Wednesday, 2020 on Sunday. And that way then those are the dedicated days. So when the week comes up that we skip 99 to do Liberator Comic 1 and 2, we do that on the Thursday of the week instead of because it comes out Wednesday night, Thursday morning for us. So we can just do it on Thursday instead of Wednesday, and then swap back to the Wednesday the following week.
Okay.
So we're just getting it out of the way as it comes out, and we're not losing time then on the other show waiting for the week to wrap back around.
Okay.
Because 2020 has 15 more episodes.
Yeah.
So it'll eventually balance out.
Yeah.
And if this is only running for a year anyway, we're halfway there.
Yeah.
So there won't be too much of it left.
It'll be running till what? April?
Yeah. And we'll still be doing the anime at that stage. Both of them.
Yeah.
More than likely, 3 episodes a day. 3 episodes a week divided by 67 episodes, and however many weeks that takes. Along with our weeks off because I'm on call for work. And then Adventure 99 taking that bit longer because we have Liberator breaking up the flow of those episodes plus the week I'm on call.
Yeah.
So
And then obviously we'll have holidays in between.
Exactly. We'll have holidays, we'll be away, there'll be Christmas, there'll be birthdays, all of that stuff where we're just like, no, we're doing something else.
Skip to November for a second.
November
29th?
is
Friday.
a Friday. Yeah.
Oh, we'll be okay on that week.
Yeah, we have the concert that night. But
Yeah.
well, like we'll be back in all for December 1st.
Yeah.
So we won't miss out much there. So yeah, so that's kind of that was kind of the way I had it thought out last week, and that's the only vote on the poll currently, and it seemed like the only new bit to that I added, and I haven't added it to the text because I thought I'd say it out loud first.
Yeah.
Is the week that we have a new set of debugs. Because debugs don't release 1, 1, 1, 1, they go they release part 1 and 2 at the same time. We could do debug 5 one day, the same way we do these ones, and then debug 6 on the Sunday of that week, and then that's it. It's done. We're not going, oh God, where do these fit in? If we just do them.
And Desmond said, and the Ghost Game review.
But we did that. We already did our Ghost Game.
Do we have to do a second one?
I don't think so.
The final episode?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah, we went through all of Ali's comments on that. So yeah, like, I know it sounds like I'm being a bit anal. I do agree, but it's just because it's more long-winded to say out loud than it is in practice.
Yeah, like if you just had a calendar and went this one, it would just be there.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to explain it, on this date we did this, on this date, yeah.
Yeah. So I know I sound a bit anal, but
do it again as a refresher. Hey, behave. No flipping off the chat.
They deserve it. So yeah, but look, again, there's plenty of different options on the there's plenty of there's a few different options on the poll on Discord. If you think a different method of covering it is viable, by all means, please cast a vote and drop your comments in the feedback thread. It's what it's there for.
Yeah, and just for specifics, it's called podcast feedback up the top.
Yeah, it's in the information and admin section. So, so definitely drop comments and opinions and things like that, or, if you think there's a better way to go about it than what I've laid out, I am open to, dissenting. I mean, different opinion. I know, I kid. But no, look again. But I do genuinely mean, if you guys think there's a better way of covering it all, I'd love to hear it. And because we're a little bit of like.
Oh, we missed some chat.
Did we miss some chat?
Spooky.
Okay. Well, I haven't got chat open. I've still got Discord open. So
yeah. Head back.
Let's see. That's for the comic area. No, Liberator
there's a
comic
bit
books.
more
And
up there.
Frigimon. Don't see a seascape. No, I don't see a seascape. I see a town filled with water.
See.
Yeah.
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 I see. A seascape.
It's a bad pun.
Scroll up, there's more there.
Is there?
Oh, Merriman.
Oh, why do I suffer so? Can you chat while unchaining someone?
Ignite.
Grey Earth.
Oh, there's more.
I wish you'd have Venom, Neo Vamnimon in that deck. I don't.
Bear Nicholas in disguise. Yeah.
Spooky the squared younger pumpkin sister, creepily the circle pumpkin. What? What?
The squared younger pumpkin sister, creepily the circled pumpkin. What?
It is indeed pretty neat art. Ah! The clown killed the bear! Reference book art gave it a better look. Oh, okay. Well, we'll check that out later.
Oh yeah, there's more up there from Reiko about
Kisuke. Nope, he had a high-tech visor, more similar to an Oculus Rift. Stop living in the past, old man! Don't misgender me. You bigot. You can't digivolve trash. I mean,
I don't even know what that's in reference to. Probably into kinky stuff.
Ring winner and Queen Bee model along.
Need my Yowie Wowie fan service.
Water isn't real. The other card game Digimon story taught us that.
Yeah,
that's fair actually.
They fought on T.A.L.E. What?
I don't know what that's in reference to. I really don't. AJ would try and fish for a Tedismon. The Undersea Temple might be a reference to Ryugumon being based on the underwater temple of the Sea Dragon King. Ah, maybe. Need my beach chapter. Okay. No, like we're caught up.
Miss Chat.
Yeah, no, I think we're caught up. Dream Zeldamon. Over on Twitch. Okay, so I believe we do have comments.
Ooh.
So let's.
Haven't had those in a while.
No, we haven't. So I'm gonna just open up the comment section here, and we'll see what we've missed. Desmond, 2 hours ago, on Debug 3, says, I never thought there would be a day Tyrannomon is used as a partner. Liberator sure being creative here, and Dinomon design is the dynamite in awesome. Hot-blooded characters may not please you, AJ and Meg, but it's still awesome for me. No, I like hot-blooded characters. I like shonen protagonists. Ryotaro is just boring as one.
He was, yeah, I found him very generic.
Yeah.
There was nothing that made him stand out from anyone else.
No. That was my only problem. Ryotaro is just very generic.
Can't win them all.
And Ali says, Debug 3, mostly a fun read. Loved Ryotaro. Being the hero guy didn't feel annoying. Then his design looks cool. I definitely want that jacket. I mean, that's fair. He has a good fit. Then Tyrannomon having a bit of an attitude definitely stands out compared to the other Tyrannomon in the franchise. I mean, AG's Tyrannomon were technically his partner. Technically.
They didn't really have personalities as such.
They did, though. They were even drawn very differently.
They had different faces, but...
Then the card fight was fun. A fight between the Lucimon species versus the Tyrannomon was unexpected, but it definitely shows a lot... it definitely shows off more about Ryotaro. I just hope the appearance of him gives him a bit more depth. Aruba was a good one-off villain, but a very boring design. It was a very boring, generic villain. Then for the Tyrannomon line, Agumon. Should have been Shoutmon plus Star Sword or Mini Dekachimon.
Mini Dekachimon.
Yeah, I'll show you this thing now.
That's adorable.
And yes, there is a non-mini one. It's just a bigger T-Rex.
He just sits in his mouth?
It's just called Dekachimon. He just lives in its
been
mouth.
in a show?
Yeah.
Which show? Where?
Spoilers.
Oh. Spoilers? But we've watched everything.
Tyrannomon. Well, finally more than 2 decades, he's become a proper partner Digimon. Master Tyrannomon. Well, at least the favorite level 5 Tyrannomon. Well, sorry, well, the least favorite level 5 Tyrannomon. Doesn't do enough to make himself stand out from regular Tyranno, but at least he gets a level 6 to go into. Now need Metal Tyrannomon X and X Tyrannomon to receive a level 6 so that all 5 level 5 Tyrannomon lines will be complete. Yeah, because Dark Tyrannomon has Rust. So makes sense. And Rust is my favorite Tyrannomon design. It's just it's so good. Dinomon. Well, we got the Dino Tiger, Dino Bee, Dino Human, and Dino King Rex before Dinomon. Well, he is raw heat, and the design is honestly flexible to be associated with other Digimon, while definitely belonging to the Tyrannomon species. Love that he has the lock on his arm. Yeah. Ali also left a comment on our Cross Wars finale.
Okay.
Saying episode 24, there were like 3 different Vamdemon and nobody bothered to mention Neo Vamdemon.
In show, yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, we did. But yeah, in show they were just like, what? What's a Vamdemon? Disappointed. 25, Quartzmon was neat, ignoring that he's mostly the same goal as Bagramon, but without a lot of the motivation behind it. I like his design and how they animated him, and the ending was the least ending feeling. Yeah, it just kind of whoosh. Yeah. They're gone. Oh no, they're back. Like it was tonal whiplash. Then overall of the show, honestly a bit average. The episodic episodes had little substance for me to mention, especially with the story structure being mostly the same. A child having a problem involving a Digimon, and Taiki handles the problem while Tagaru gets the reward. The hunting and help a child ideas just don't mesh with each other. I mean, they can, it's just bad writing. Like,
yeah, because they like the episode with the girl and the test scores and in Serial Killer Girl that just happened to have a Digimon. Then they just did that episode several times.
Yeah. With Cross Up, it's a slightly boring gimmick while feeling utilized, like only Arresterdramon uses it. Yeah, the bit about Cross Up that bothered me was when Omega Shoutmon crossed with Darulumon, and it wasn't just Darulu Cannon, it was Cross Up Omega Shoutmon. Even though we know it's called Darulu Cannon. Yeah. From the original show.
And when Mervimon did it with Beelzebumon, suddenly she was wearing Sparrowmon.
Oh, well, I think that's just the animators forgetting which cross she was in.
But that shows they.
But I think in that episode where she comes back, when she does initially cross with Sparrowmon, it's just Cross Up Mervimon. I don't think it's Jet Mervimon anymore. I could be wrong there, but honestly I stopped paying attention. But it sounds like something the show would do.
That's it. I feel like we've called out all the times it happened.
Yeah. Then about the characters. Tagaru, the second best protagonist design, but the most generic personality ever. Yu had a good character arc in the beginning, and the interactions with Iru were great. The Bad Hunters. Their presence definitely felt underutilized, like were Toei afraid to have old Digimon take away the spotlight from the new Digimon? Like Cho Hakaimon had the most interesting scenes, but it is a new Digimon. Ryoma and Ren were there, but Iru was definitely a fun villain to watch.
Yeah, she was the only one of the 3 until the end, really.
Yeah.
They just kind of stood around. Ren had one bit of an episode.
Yeah. He stole a guy's train, and his monster was rigged a lot of kendo matches. Yeah. That was kind of it.
They weren't... Like, they hid the villains too much. So then it wasn't a shock when they were villains.
Yeah. Overall, Cross Wars Season 3 is a hard recommend. It's a series that just has ideas and it can't expand on them. While being slightly ugly to watch, but it does offer good life lessons, I guess. I feel like Ali means it's hard to recommend. Yeah. Because for us, a hard recommend means, oh, I'd recommend that wholeheartedly. It's like, oh, it's a hard recommend. Yeah, go watch that.
Like you're going hard for it.
Yeah.
Instead of it being difficult.
Kinky. I don't think I like the show that much.
Told you there's Masaru in it.
But that really says a lot. Like, even Ali's comments just ignored the crossover. Like, that says a lot about the show, where even the crossover of all the characters coming together isn't even worth mentioning. That says a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's
the train was Iru. Yeah, Iru took over the train.
Well, no, because Ren took the train off the guy, but then...
Oh, yeah, then Iru messed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is it for the mailbag, I think.
Got a headache over my eye.
No, that doesn't sound nice.
Oh.
Let's see. Anything held for review?
What did Desmond say earlier? I commented on... Like, in YouTube stole it? Was it that one?
It might be that one, because there's no other comments on Debug 3. There's nothing held for review. There's nothing in the I haven't responded status. No.
No. It could have been called Omega Darulu Canon.
Yeah, that would have been fun. It would be something different, because when it happened in the original Cross Wars, it was just normal Shoutmon. So calling it the Omega Darulu Canon would have been a nice... Oh, okay, yeah, fine, fair enough. Makes it sound stronger. Alright, so then. There are memes we need to catch up on, aren't there? It was just more memorable. Yeah, Iru doing a
She had personality and Ryoma didn't.
Yeah, but also like with the train episode, I think the reason chat got confused is because Iru pulled out a Tamers reference.
Oh yeah,
where Ren was just like, "Yeah, this is my train now."
Yeah, I make you go faster. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. So let me just bring the Memovision back up.
It didn't show it when I looked at the comment before. That's okay. Oh, 50-50.
Oh, hello. And alternate the adventure rota to accommodate Liberator releases.
Oh.
Okay, well, look, definitely comment, drop a comment to expand or on your voting reason, and that way it just adds context for me to work with. I appreciate the extra vote, though.
Tell us what works for you.
All right.
Either that or someone just chose chaos.
Yeah.
Here, Family Guy has ended. I haven't watched Family Guy in years.
Doesn't that ended like Futurama ends? Like, it ends and then comes back, and then ends and then comes back, kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't remember it. Yeah, I don't remember it going away ever.
So here we have War Greymon strangling Angela Anaconda.
That's what made me burst out laughing earlier, because you accidentally clicked in there instead of the other thing.
So
so
this is amazing.
That is incredible.
You know, I'm really glad that's not going to be on the Digimon the Movies
yeah.
Blu-ray. I think I forgot something. The D storage. Yeah, if you forgot, it probably wasn't important. Yeah, you're right. X crossloader.
Yuki said that could be me and you, AJ. Oh, accurate.
Yeah, this is accurate to a fault.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes D. Yuki. Look at you. Look at Yuki's Yuki's ass. Incredible.
I love that it's also taken from another Spider-Man suit.
Yeah.
Oh right, because that is the Tom Holland suit, isn't it? With the yeah. That's funny. Oh, that's the reference image, the reference book image. It's actually like standing on.
It's standing and it's on its skis instead of having them
like
stuck into the
stilts.
ground like stilts. Yeah.
Corporate needs to find the difference between this picture and this picture.
They're the same picture.
Yeah. Ah. Oh. Alright, she's got like, yeah, because she's got like a shackle around her neck and it unchained, it's broken. Zenith is in both images. That's interesting. Then we've got this thing here. Chain, unchained. Both purple eyes. So I wonder if they are like alternates to each other.
Maybe.
Wait, does that mean her name is Chain? Is that the chain that was in the
Maybe.
in the column we read? Look, yeah, the new pack is called Chain of Liberation. That's interesting.
We're joining Yuki on this side of the board. Break the chain. Desmond.
Yeah. Brilliant. Oh.
Huh?
I would rather have Liberator on a fixed day since it's the important one. Why, you're not going to join us for the adventure watch-alongs?
Start doing adventure art. Get all the new followers from all the
nostalgia baiting.
Yeah.
The thing I said nostalgia, not another type of baiting. That's Toei's job and Bandai's. But yeah, look, I mean, Debug was definitely a lot more fun this week.
Yeah.
I do like, I like Suzune more than Ryotaro, and it's not just aesthetically. I think they presented her with a better personality. Reina was fun, added a nice little wrinkle to the chapter.
Yeah. It wasn't just the typical, like we said, it would just be like showed it otherwise. Yeah. And then they just defeat the Blue Command and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Then it would be boring.
And it's like her also being set up to go on a Digimon hunt with like a dark version of the tool they use is a very interesting story point. And is a lot better than I think the problem with Ryotaro's, now that I sort of have Suzune's to compare it to, Ryotaro isn't the one that should have gotten the mundane this is the debugger's job kind of thing. Oh, we're going out to hunt a guy who's intimidating players. Like, it was on one side I understand why they did it, because he's the hero or wants to be a hero, so having a story where he goes off and, you know, fends off a villain who's causing trouble, it makes sense. But
and he brought his real life into it as well, because that was something that was being sold on social media.
Yeah.
So he went out of his way to put himself into that situation.
Where Suzune's chapter is more about it's holding on to Suzune's chapter has a lot more of the intrigue about what makes up Lacuna and the Liberator story, where Ryotaro's was just boring grunt work.
Player v player at the end.
Yeah. There wasn't anything that advanced Liberator's like ongoing mysteries in Ryotaro's chapter.
He was filler.
He was filler.
Yeah.
So I mean, and to a point, neither did Winner. Like, Winner got the whole, hey, I don't recognize these cards, what's going on here? But like, he got that the same way Yuki did. So there is that element of, why are these characters getting cards that they've never seen before? Like, what's happening? Who's giving them all these cards?
Yeah.
And now we're starting to see that happen the other way with Reina and her black card. But but Ryotaro had none of that. It was just, it was like a World of Warcraft admin standing in to be like, hey, don't sell your in-game items on the internet. Gaia Online used to be like that. I don't know, they probably still are, but people would do people would do like eBay auctions for like their rare items on Gaia.
People do that with like Fallout skins and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
so it felt very real and believable, because we do have real world examples of like mods and such that would step in to stop those kind of trades and fraudulent activities, and stopping, or at least trying to help prevent people get scammed.
I was just about to say, is the end of the website supposed to look like that?
I think so.
Okay.
That's
Another effect.
Yeah, it's another effect. So that was kind of the fun part of it for me, at least. That and then we got this new artwork of Reina and Aruba, and then we got this. They dressed Violet up like Lily from Pokemon. Like Violet's on holiday in Lapis Marine, but she looks like Lily from Pokemon. It's weird. I don't know if chat can't see that, so here I'll pop it back up here. Oh, can I just do that? No. Yes, but no. Oh, there we go. So that's.
It's cute.
Yes.
She's not old enough to be in a bikini, is she?
That would not stop Japan.
No, it would not, but I mean in general. Can't remember what age she is.
17. Same as Arissa.
Yeah.
And then this is Aruba and Reina. That's cool that they got official artwork.
Yeah, like she looks all like she looks like a Splatoon kid, actually.
Kind of, yeah. You could,
yeah,
you could fill around the
eyebrows.
rest of the eyes and like bridge the gap here over the nose, and yeah,
She'd just be a squid, yeah.
Should be a squid or a kid.
And he's like looking down on her almost, like they've never interacted.
If Lily had spiral drills, well, I mean, it's the same kind of outfit, big white hat and like long white dress. It's the same kind of outfit, so.
Leave it.
Although it's funny, because of the way the image is drawn, her twin tails look attached
to the hat, yeah.
So I almost kind of wonder like what she'd look like if you took the twin tails away, she'd look like a Kane from.
I was just gonna say that, yeah.
From the Cafe Goddesses. That's cool.
But we were joking that her drill tails were just pinned on anyway.
Yeah.
Because we know she said something about. There was something said about her, like, hair or her back clips or something. And we were like, oh, what if the drills are just actually just.
They're just ornaments.
Yeah, they're just pinned on, like they're extensions.
That'd be funny. So she actually just has like that short hair.
Yeah.
I'm not against it. I think the twin tails are cute. They're very Ojo-sama.
Yeah.
But if they do turn out to just be decorations and she just had like that short hair look to her, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. So. Yeah. Then.
Ryotaro at least had some nice interactions with the other Debug members. He was trying to be big brothery, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say nice. I mean, but it was very. Don't worry, I'll protect you. That's what a hero does. Oh no, the kid's in trouble. I should have gone and done it myself.
I should have gone in there. I knew it. I should have done it.
Yeah. So I would, and I'll meet you halfway on that one. Anything else? I prefer the long hair.
The hair long and free. Not restrained by tails.
Fair. I mean, that's also fair.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like
that's...
mine.
Yeah.
We get you some drill tails to clip onto the side of your head?
Oh, no. That wouldn't work for me.
Some red drills.
That... I mean, it would be fun for, like, 5 minutes, but... Come on. That wouldn't work for me. Would it?
It might.
Yeah, probably not. But guys, I think that's kind of where we'll call it. It is 1:10 in the morning.
No.
Sorry, 12 in the morning. My on-call shift starts in like 4 hours, so I'm gonna go shower and go to bed and try and get some semblance of sleep. But yeah, no, so we'll come back, we'll be back then on October 2nd with Liberator Part 6, by which point Part 7 will probably start being a thing. But we'll cover what we can of the two adventures, swap back to Liberator 7, and look, the poll has a few days left. We'll see how it shakes out. If you're not part of our Discord yet, link is down below, and you can join, have all the chats and banter with us. Our TV and movie thread is
booming right now.
It's booming. People are enjoying talking about all sorts of different things, mostly Gundam Seed, but it's definitely seeing a lot of activity. So yeah, show off your Digimon collections, share us your memes, your favorite music, all, you know, there's just come hang out with us off hours, I guess. But we will see you at least back on October 2nd. Don't miss us too much.
I feel so far away.
It does. It's not really. It's like a week and a half.
Yeah.
But it feels like it, because we're on like the 23rd of September. It feels like.
Yeah.
It does feel like it's an.
Feels like we're going away for a month.
Yeah. Kinda.
Desmond said, "I am Greymon now."
Oh no, not you too. Another role player in chat. Anyway. Yeah, guys, look, we love you and leave you. Thank you so much for joining in with us. Hope you had fun. And yeah. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Oh, one last thing. While the live show will be back on October 2nd, this coming week will be our 5th episode of Anything and Everything, which is our members only podcast. So if you want to hear what we think about Pokemon suing Pal World and some other events that are going on right now, join the memberships. They're $2.99, and you'll get a bunch of backstage content, exclusive badges, and yeah, you'll get extra content from us. So, all right, one last time. Ciao.
Bye.